Voila! Good evening everyone and welcome to the channel. So today we got this CS-821 Casio, and it first came out in 1982. Now how I got this watch was one of my subscribers and a guy who watches my content messaged me on Instagram and said I've got a Casio that I've had since I was a child. I don't use it anymore and I don't want to throw it away. Would you like it? And I went, of course, please send it to me. And here we are today, a week later, and it's arrived. I think it came from abroad. I'm not sure whereabouts, or it could be the UK. I'm not too sure. I did message him this morning. I thanked him and asked him a few questions, but he's not got back to me yet. So I just thought so I don't know anything about this watch at all. What I do know is it's in a sorry state. So let's a little look around it. I can't see any corrosion, and these really do suffer from corrosion all around here. On this one it looks totally fine, but what there is, and you probably have noticed it, is, oh my god, bleed on the screen here. I think there's a little bit above here. And that's all I know. I don't know if it works. The screen will still work even if you've got a bleed. But what we're going to do today is change the screen. I think I have one screen for this model. I should check. The only way to find out is really taking it off. And first we're going to do is see if it works. And I'm going to take you through how to take the straps off, how to take the back off. Replacing the batteries on these is not straightforward as you'll find on normal watches. It's quite a pain to get off, but hopefully all the inside is intact and there's no bleeding of the battery. I don't know when the batteries have changed. I don't know anything about it. So you've got two options here. So we're going to do some surgery on the back, so we need full access. So we've got two options. One, we could undo this pin here, which will release the band front and back, so you got access fully to here. Or I can take the strap off completely, and that's the option I'm going to go for. I think it'd be better because I don't want to keep swapping it around back and forward, and plus I want to give it a really good clean, because if you look here, the strap is quite dirty. So I'm going to soak it with some Fairy liquid and give it a bit of a clean and see what results we could make this watch. And here we go. First things first, we're going to get my little bench out, change the camera angle. Now the first thing I need to do is take the bracelet off, and you can do this in two options. You've got a pin on this model. You can push the pins through there, but my guess is quite grubby in there, so I'm not going to do that option. What I'm going to do is get my little one of these. Let me show you. Got the wrong angle here. It's one of these, and it's called a pusher. So you basically put it inside here and push it down, and I'm going to show you in great detail. One goes in and it comes out like this, and then see how grubby it is there. It's been a long time, but it's great. It's got a great story like that, where he's had it since he was a child. It's amazing. Let's see if we can get it back to its normal state. So once you've got the bracelet off, always out of habit, put things nice and neatly in one corner, and then you know where everything is. That's including screws, the lot. So today we're going to be here. I don't think here's the right, where's that? Oh, there it is. We need that as well, so that's the correct one for there. That one's not. And now we're left with this on its own, and I'm going to take it later on to the kitchen and I'm going to give it a good old scrub. So now the first thing next is to get the back off. So you need one of these. hopefully in better condition. And you're going to have, so on this particular model, there's only one side to open it. Now if you look here, you've got a little recess. Let me just focus in here. You see this part here that just goes in here? Well, that's the bit to you put your pusher in there and lift it up. Now if you look at the rest, you haven't got one here, you haven't got one here, and you haven't got one here. And it's best never to put it on there and lift it up, because you only just put in marks on the watch itself. So this is the best place to lift it. So what you do is you put it inside here. Let me get the right size one. So there's two sizes, thick one and a thin one. I'm going to use the thin one today, which is here. Put it in, give it a little twist, and it will just lift up. I'm seeing this the first time as you're seeing it now. Well, that's good. Let's have a little look here. Well, this tells me that it's not really had a battery change that often, if ever. And the batteries, two batteries, the 381s for this model, goes in here and one goes in here. One has a paper tissue part here, so they want the contact, and these are the screws to take them out. And another good thing as well, which is a good sign, is it's still got its rubber seal around here. They normally fly off when you have so many battery changes. And you also got the little plastic part here. So we're going to put all this in one part here. So over here, we're going to put the little plastic bit, and we're going to put this. And this here, by the way, this is a nice solid watch, all made out of metal. And it's great to see. If it was today's, that would be plastic. So the first thing we're going to do is, before we do anything, is I'm going to just do a battery change, and I'm going to see if it's working first. Because if it's not working and we take it all apart, we can have a better indication what to do next, like a plan. So look how grubby my table is. All these watch repairs. So first we're going to take it off, and what we need is quite a thin screwdriver. Stick it in here, we give it a nice angle, and we take it out very slowly. And when you're on this model, when you do take it out, this metal part you're taking off here, it's like a spring, so you make sure you're holding it down, because the last thing you ever want to do is let it flick. And these tiny little screws, let me show you how small these screws are. Absolutely minute. So we put them over here in its one place, and this one here. How small they are. Let me stick it here. We know where everything is. Now, if you let go, this should spring up. Now, if I didn't put my finger on it and I took the last screw out, it would have gone boink, and them very light, tiny screws would have gone somewhere in my office, and I would not have seen them again. So this is the moment of truth. If this has got battery acid, and these do suffer a lot of them, then this watch may not work. So we take it off, and see these little brackets here? Them little brackets fit inside here, and it just screws down. So we put this in one place, and let's have a look. Actually, looks okay. I think. Actually, looks remarkably okay. So now what we've got to do is get two batteries. Now on these ones here, it does say 389. Now for this model, I always used to use a 381. So I'm hoping these are, that must be the correct one. Actually, I don't think they are the correct battery, because they're sitting slightly proud. So they may have used the wrong battery, but the correct battery, actually they are sitting quite proud, too high. But is it supposed to be like that? Because I've changed quite a few of these. Let me actually put a 381 battery in here and see if that's making any difference. But if not, I do have that size battery. No, it's not. It must be actually them batteries, which is quite unusual because they were made around the same time. But not to worry. Right, so 390s we need. Is it 390? 389. So what I normally do is I'll use my little gauge and I'll stick it in the correct hole, which is over here. Not that one. There. So that's the hole it fits into. So that's telling me is either we can have a 390 or 389. So let's go over to the battery watch thing. 390. 1, 2. Oh look, do you like this watch? TV watch. And look at this Casio here. Beautiful. Right, moment of truth. Let's put these batteries in and have a look. Now when you fit these, look at these two batteries first, the pooey ones. When you're fitting these new batteries, don't just put them in and turn the watch around, because it does not give you the clear indication whether it's working or not. The best way to do this is to fit everything back and then check. So when you put it back, it just is a reverse effect. So that goes in little grooves, that goes down, and we just put the 2 screws in here. What do you guys think? Do you think it just is powered on now? Screws are in. Right. What do we think, guys? Should we turn it around? Let's have a look. I've not done an AC reset. I like to check first, because sometimes when you put the batteries in, the watch could be working, and if you do an AC reset, it shorts it out sometimes. So you want to make sure if it's not working first, then do an AC reset. Shall we check? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, look at that. Bloody beautiful. Working. There's a little segment missing there. Oh, that's good. Oh, let's do a little resistant AC reset now. So, oh, you know, just so quickly, so an AC reset is on this watch here. You see that where it says AC here, next to it there'll be a little gold contact. So what you do is you get your little pincers, ding ding, and you touch one here inside the metal pit and on top of the battery. You could even touch the battery if you wanted to. There we are. Oh, that's good. I was actually surprised it works. I thought it might not have worked. Oh look, and the batteries, the things work really well as well. The dual time. Do you know what this is? This is the game mode, I think. I think it's got the game mode on here. Right, it's a really shame about that bleeding. Deary me, deary me. Right, so I'm going to check. I'm going to take the module out and I'm going to check to see if I've got a screen for it. Let me get my little box out first and we just have a little look. So this is for this type of model. Actually, what model is it? What is it? I think it's 134. Let me have a look. I'm going to get my little one of these. Hold on a minute. Yeah, 134 this is. I've actually got a menu for one of these. Now, if that's a 134, let's have a look what this one is. By the way, so I've got my little tray here full of just bits. So this is the CA. It's a similar model. See, quite similar. And this is the C80. Just have a look. So that's 133. That is. And this is the 134 module. Same module, which is very good. Right, so we're not going to need them, but what I will need is maybe, because I know one of these don't work. I don't know what one it is. Oh, little battery, little screw fell out of there. Might have to change the screen. I don't know if the screen is the same size. That is the thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these bits over here, and I'm going to take that module out, and I'm going to give it a measure with my vernier, and we're going to check. So this one here I've got to fix yet because the buttons don't work on it. So let's so the way to take this module out is this. Let me show you. So if you're quite novice, I'm going to just talk basics here. This here, all the parts that make this watch work is the module. It's called the module. And at the back of a watch, it will say, like this one here will say, see where it says there in brackets 134. Well, that's describing the module on here. For example, this one here, the module is 1028. So every Casio has different modules, but some Casio share modules. So to take the module out, you just basically just got to stick it little screwdriver in here. And it just lifts out. And here is the module. And when you're always taking modules out, just make sure that you've got a little tray. You don't want anything to fall out. Sure, this is not the one that I want because and I think it is the one that I want because it's got this on it. So before I do that, let's go to the kitchen. Let's give this a nice bit of a clean. That pad there is a sticky pad. It's still sticky. 1982 that is, and it's still sticky. Crazy, isn't it? Right, let's stick this back, which goes like this. Have we got a seal on it still? Yeah. Stick it in here, and we take it in the kitchen, and we get a nice little clean. So here it is. I'm going to boil the kettle. Free liquid. Ding! We let that boil, and then we'll give this a very good clean. Right, we don't want the water to be too hot. We stick it in like this. And there we are. It's coming pretty nice, isn't it? It's shiny. The back is beautiful. Right, once that's there, I'm going to get the strap, which is here, very grubby inside. I'm going to stick it in here and just let it soak. It's not boiling hot water, so it's not a problem. And also one pin and one. So I just cleaned it, just got back to see if there's any water inside, and there isn't. But I just thought I'd show you this. Look how well things were made back then. Like they even screwed 4 screws, not just 2 here only. 4 screws on the back on this part to screw this down. Bloody amazing. Everything here is made out of metal. They even put, so this won't keep moving, this sticky stuff here, which, believe it or not, is still sticky if you touch it. It's crazy. Buttons are a little bit discoloured, but that's okay. Right, so we've got that bit done, and the back bit is nice and clean. Right, so now the next bit now is we got to take this screen off. I wish I didn't have to, but we've got to take all this apart, the whole thing apart, to get this screen out. And I hope we have one to fit. I think this is the one that fits. There's no bleed on this one. So we're going to take it for this model here and get it in there, and hopefully it'll work. So let's get a bit of surgery done. So let's put this one over here, and we're going to take this screen out, and I shall show you how to do it. It is probably the most complicated Casio bits you're probably going to come across. Right, so let's start. So first, you've got lots of screws holding it, 6 on this side, and when you turn it round, you have to remove this one as well. People forget about that one. So let's take that one out. If you ever change one of these and you don't put that back, the watch won't work. So first, let's let me change our camera angle. My table looks disgusting, doesn't it, in the camera angle. Right, let's get this changed. Let me get my little light on. Right, so let's get this sorted. What is this here? Have we noticed that before? Has this got it here? No, it hasn't. Has this one got it? Yes, it has. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing, can you? It's a different module. So let's get this done. Right, first we've got to take the 3 screws out here, or 6 screws, should I say. One, 2, and then we take this metal bar off here, turn it round, and repeat. I think the secret is to take one screw off and put it here, and then it won't flick off. Oh my god, they're just so tiny, screws. One here and the other one was here. It's a good job we're doing it with the one that doesn't work, because we can learn from it. So that's 2 little brackets there. Now it won't come off unless you take this one off here. Now if you flick it over, the back just falls out, and you see all the metal bits in place there. Well, leave them there. And let me just, one second, just flip this over a minute. Okay, so now what we've got to do is flip the circuit board round, and don't forget you've got location pins here. Right, so we just got to pull these out here, and it would just pop off. And one here. Got to be very careful with these, because don't forget we're talking about technology that was so old, years and years ago, and that's what the circuitry looks like. Stick it there, it's nice and safe, and this here is what we need to screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the other one off now, and then swap them over. Hopefully it just pushes out. It does. It pushes out. Right, so I'm going to put all these over here, so we're nice and safe, so we know where everything is. this one now, we've got to take the batteries out. So one here. I'm going to do it so that when the battery's facing down, let me just open this out. That's the right hand side. The next one is going to be the left hand side. It's very fiddly, this. We put one on this side. Now remember I said to you about you've got to take this little bracket out here. Sorry, I forgot you can't even see it there, can you? Oh look, it's another screw there. There's another screw there, and the other one didn't have that. We have to remember that. Right, so we've got to be careful. We take this one out here. We'll stick it there. Let's lift this up slightly. So on here you got these two gold clips here. They just rest inside there. I don't want to start taking them off, so I'm just going to see if I can lift this up without disturbing it. Don't forget it's been down for a long time. Let's just take this off here. I'm going to just take these off. So one goes here. It's really good that it's got no corrosion on here. These normally just come out quite easily. And that one's on that side. Let's just see if I can give it a little bit of leverage. Right. So we take it off. That's the good one. We're going to rest it on here. And that's what it looks like. See the screen on here, how black it is? When you think that's the other one, look how dark black it is. Crazy, isn't it? Can you see that all right? Let's change the angle of the camera. Right, so I'm going to just swap these over now and refit everything. So this is the poo one. I'm going to give a little push. Oh, sorry, can't even see it again. I'm going to give it a little push like this and see how it comes out. See, it's on brackets there, so I'm going to pull it out here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift it up with my finger and I'm going to give a little nudge with a pin. Like that. And that's the pooey one. Right, we'll leave that over there and we'll leave the good one here. In fact, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to take that one out because we've got exactly the same here. I'm going to put it over here and I'm going to use this one to put it back. Right, so we're going to now reverse it and put it all back again. So here's the screen. We don't want to touch anything. And don't forget this one here. Oh, actually, before we put them on, no, that's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, let's put these back on here. So that one went now because we put it in the right direction, and this one went here. And then this here went over the location pins. One here. And then this went on top. Like so. I think it's best to turn this round and like this and fit that bracket so it holds a circuit board in place. Oh, do you remember that little screw that was on the bottom? Where's that? It's this one here. The other one didn't have that, but I'm going to put it back. Now, I really hope this all works, because if it doesn't, we've got to take it all apart. Now we've got to fit this thing here back. By the way, you know these, I'll just talk you through it. I'm just concentrating here. You see these gold plates that just come on and off? They're held on by just two little pins, but they're not screwed in or nothing. It doesn't, nothing really grips it. What holds it together is this little film here. So just thought I'd let you know that. Right, so this here, we'll slide in here. And we know it's correct because that's the side we put it. Right, so now we've done that one, we're going to put a little screw. We're going to get it. Let me zoom into here. You can watch me put a screw in. So one screw goes in here. Now I like to, I mean, some people now would just put the battery in and try it. That doesn't give the correct results. I like to put everything back completely and then put the battery in and try it, because that will give you the correct results. Because sometimes it could work, by the time you tighten everything up, something has stopped working. So what do? You can't eliminate the problem. When you tighten these screws up, you just want a tiny, tiny little nip. Very tiny. Oh, let's put this back in all. Dim, di dim, di dim, dim, dim. Oh my God. The reason why you've got to put all screws back and not try it, because different pressures around the circuit board is what makes it all work. As soon as you start changing the pressures and leaving one screw out just to try things, you're not getting the even distribution around the LCD screen for it to come on. Right, moment of truth. I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a little bit nervous. I don't really want to take it all off again, but we'll have to do what we have to do. So that, oh look at that, you can't even bloody see the screen. So that goes there. Three, two, one. Perfect. Give the little screen a little bit of a clean, little wipe over. Just going to do an AC reset. Hold on a minute. Hold on. That's it. Perfect. Now that's the screen. There's this. I'm going to fit this back on here. I'm going to need to get my eyeballs quite close to it. So make sure these are all out, like we've always gone through. And then when you fit this back onto there, you've got to make sure these metal things don't hook up on these and starts pulling them forward and backwards. Another thing as well that is important is these slots for here, you've got to get it in the right position, because these are only rubber and they'll start flopping around. It's the most trickiest part, getting one of these back in there. So you make sure you've done all your little checks, you clean the glass, you're giving it a little blow to get any debris out, and then fit that back. Right, here's a little tip for you. I've fitted some of these back before, but they're really difficult to get back on, and I'm just debating how to get this back on safely and in that hole. I think, and I've just thought of this idea, is I'll take this off the screws and these back plates, because these here that stick out, it's going to interfere with these parts here. It'll be very difficult to slot it in. So I think it might be best to take it off and slot in that way. I might just try that way, you know, and give that a go first. So I'm going to do that now. So back off again. I've never done it that way before, but I just thought of that idea, and I think that's a good idea. I won't bother filming all this, so I'll just take it off quickly. So I've taken these off, and what I've done is I put the screws back so the plate doesn't lift off, and now I think it will be going better. I've never done it this way before, but I know for a fact that it has always been an absolute pain. So I'm going to just see if I can just drop this in. So I'm going to just take these screws out here. Oh yeah, by the way, it went in nice. Sorry, I forgot. I've done it off camera. I don't know, I've got it right around. Yeah, I've done it off camera, and I didn't want to take it out again. It went straight in quite easily. Do you know what? I can't remember did I film that? Oh, Jesus, I can't remember. Such deep concentration. Right, so I've got to take these screws out. If they want to come out, that is. By the way, I've not even checked it, by the way, but just to make sure that it's all fitting properly, you can always look at the screen to see if it's level. Right, so this is the one. So that will just slot in there now. Nicely. And just make sure all your buttons are out. And there we are. Let's just make sure the calculator's working, the buttons. Where's the game? And there we are, all done. I had to take it off because one of the buttons, the circlet popped off. Very frustrating it was. But yeah, look. So here's the calculator mode. And it all works perfectly fine. There's no, what do you call it? Bleed to the screen. The screen's all done. There's a few little scratch marks all over it, but that's the sign of usage. Let's have a little look. What else we got here? This is actually a good one because it's a game mode. And the light works as well. Let's have a little look. Hold on. Oh yeah, well, let's get the strap back on and I'll give you a little demo. Yeah. Look at that dirty water. Yeah. Give it a little soak. Back in again. And here we are. Another watch brought back to life. And this guy was he said to me he was gonna throw it away. So I mean, I'm glad I've took him up on his offer. It's got a stopwatch as well. Look. We got we got alarm mode. Let's see if pretty cool, isn't it? We also got dual time, and here is a game. I don't know how the game works. I really don't know how it works. Oh, I think you got to press the numbers as it comes through, and you get a point. But we'll play the game another day. The calculator mode, which is somewhere here. I was here, I think. So we press 5, 8, 3, and the plus and the minus is all here as you do it. And also the light is pretty good as well. It's where's the light? I think is here. I'm gonna cover it. See the light there? All open. Yeah. So now we've got it all working. There's no bleed to the screen. It all works. It's in, I mean, it's good condition. I mean, don't forget how we received it. The buttons are a little bit worn here. The strap just about fits my wrist, 19 centimeters. Oh, I could move it up a notch, so yeah, it will fit. There's no corrosion. It's all pretty good. And yeah, had new batteries as well. Turned out quite a lovely watch. And this is a can't remember now. CA5, oh my god, CA-821. And it's got the game bit on it as well, which is pretty cool. And that's a 134 module. And I think, I've got the original booklet for this, which came with the job lot. Right, hope you enjoyed that video and you learned something. And yeah, that's it. Right, thanks for watching. You take care.